get more vendor leads with this one smart trick. Today I'm joined by Chris Webb, estate agency guru. Chris, what's this trick? Talk to me.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the estate agency business, you've got a sales funnel. So you might have 100 people in the top of your funnel, and from those 100 people, you might find one person who's looking to sell their property, and therefore you can unsell that property example. So your job in your business is to find as many 100 people to go on the top of your sales pipeline, because you know for every 100 people you put in there, you'll get one at the bottom. Purely a numbers game. So at the moment, the bar for getting into an estate agent sales pipeline is asking for a valuation, which is basically saying, can a stranger who I do not know come around and look around my property and look where I sleep at night, which isn't particularly low bar. You've got viewing a property, you've got being a landlord, you've got potentially renting property as well. If you're not doing one of those four things, chances are you're not on the radar of your local estate agency business because you just haven't come into contact with them at all. So your job as an estate agency business is to lower that bar as low as you possibly can to get as many people interacting with your business as you possibly can do. So a really super easy way of doing that is giving away value. And I know that gets thrown around a lot these days, and give away value and give things away to people. And to go into exact detail about exactly how that can look, this sort of time of year, we had bonfire night last night, and we are now coming up towards Christmas season. So as an example, you could go onto Google and go Christmas markets near me in my town, or where to meet Father Christmas in Grantham this year. You can then make that into a very good looking PDF document or some sort of guide for the local area to say this Father Christmas is here on the 1st of December, 2nd December, 3rd of December. Go on to, obviously you're going to logo it up and brand it up, so it's one of your company colors and your name's written all over it. You'll then go onto your local Facebook groups, your own Facebook groups, mums groups, whatever it may be, and say, just a quick FYI here, I produced a free guide that says all about where to meet Father Christmas this year. If you'd like to get this guide, like this post. People are going to like the post because obviously people want to know that stuff. You'll then DM them directly on social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be, and say, great, you want the post, what's your email address? I'll send that over to you now. So you've then got their name, surname, and their email address as well, and they've interacted with your estate agency business. And all you've had to do for it is produce a guide, which even with modern technology can take you about 20 minutes to do with Canva. Exactly right. You can produce that, send that out, and therefore you've had another person come into your sales funnel. So people will actively come to you to join your sales funnel. Now you can do this all year round. Things to do at a half term in Grantham, things to do over Christmas, things to do in the summer holidays in Grantham. If you think about the hub of communities, mostly it's based around schools, kids, parents, playgrounds, all that sort of stuff.
Okay, once you've got that email address, what are you going to do with it?
Absolutely right. So first of all, you're on their radar. So they actually know who you are, they know you're an estate agency business, and they know you're local as well. As Simon Ledbetter, when he was on your couch a little while ago, mentioned kind of the priorities of communication, and you've got email, social media, and letters. So email would be my number one point of call there. And it isn't necessary to turn that into a sales conversation. It isn't to email them a week later to say, you loved our Christmas guide, now do you want to sell your house, for example. It might be to email them 3 weeks later to say, you might have loved our Christmas guide, well now we've got a January market guide. Do you want to have that as well? They are in your system and they know what's going on in the local area because you are the go-to bit.
So your job is to keep emailing them the constant guides.
Absolutely right.
So they get to know, like, and trust you.
Absolutely.
But then I'm an estate agent, I want the listing. Well, I want the listing.
Absolutely right. And so there's a combination in your business between long-term and short-term. And do I think those people that are getting, the Father Christmas guide and whatever it may be are going to sell tomorrow? I mean, maybe. That's good news if they do. But ultimately, that's going to be a long-term play for your business. On the short term, you should be doing for the lower hanging fruit. And that's the classic stuff in estate agency of your door knocking, your leaflet dropping, all that sort of stuff.
So what you're doing is you're basically hunting the low hanging fruit, which is the now stuff, but you're planting the seeds, the
Absolutely.
farming.
Absolutely.
Vendor farming.
Yeah.
That's got a great name, go far.
There you go.
Landlord farming. There you go. Planting that to get the business in 2, 3, 4 years' time.
Absolutely right. Because the biggest problem with estate agencies these days is that people don't know who you are. If you walk down any high street and said, name 3 estate agents in my town, people would probably struggle to name 2. So they don't know about who you are. And
or they'll just say the name of the agents with all the stock.
Exactly.
Ballsbury boards.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So at least in that situation, you're on the radar, they know who you are, and you've got a chance of getting through the front door. If they don't know who you are, they'll go to the phone book and go, right, who's first? Right, ABC estate agents, I'll go with them.
Or just ring up the big agents.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So with a bit of hard work and a bit of patience, you should win.
Absolutely right.
Thank you for your time today, Chris.
Thank you.